Sammy, you don't go sharp, but no wahala. I know say the whole ground you wait for us. We will meet, no shaking. Jesus, I'm sure.
One of his close friends will say a few words about him. Please let's welcome Reverend Martins Obena as he's.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Good evening, sir. 1984, I went to Gospel Church of Christ headquarters in Ajegule. I finished singing that crossover service on the 31st. It was awesome in the service. The music director, Deacon Opia, asked me to stay back for the Sunday service. So I was with the choir. So we rehearsed. While we were rehearsing, somebody came into the church, into the choir, dark guy like that. And I was hearing Quincy, keyboardist there, was telling me, say, now the guy with this, now the guy with this. So he now came to me and said, where are you from? I said, we're from Sackler. So he said, I'm from Warri now. I said, So we started the rehearsal, ladies and gentlemen, the rehearsal took a different turn when Sammy came in. From that day, I looked at him and said, this guy Sammy, but this guy Sammy passed me. So from that day, I submitted to him. I submitted to him. Though anybody who knows me in Lagos here, they don't know I can sing because I submitted myself to him. To the extent that when Reverend Apostle Grandeur was to be buried, those who know me very well in Sammie wanted me to sing. So they invited me, called me up to sing, and Sammy was the artist I was performing. I took the microphone, I told them, my boss is here, my friend is here. I cannot sing while he's here. So I handed the microphone to him. Sammy taught me almost everything I know. The way I'm dressing now, Sammy taught me. Because if I come to his house and we're going to go out and I'm not properly, they will tell me, get out, my friend. This is what I'm already dressing with this. He will give me clothes to wear. He introduced me to Pastor Paul 1990. And since then, this is an opportunity for me to be standing on the altar, to be talking. I'm sure this is, for me, is the glory and the reward. He told me some time ago, say, I'm going to reward you. I didn't get the reward, but this is a reward. This is a reward for me, for Sammie Okposo. He was a great friend. It transcended from being a friend to a brother. It was so close that anytime he's in Delta State, I lose my family from him. If he's there for 5 days, I am with Sammy for 5 days. Sammy, you don't go sharp, but no wahala. I know say the whole ground you wait for us. We will meet, no shaking. Jesus, oh Lord, we will see. I'm sure, and I know now, you don't organize worry group. You don't sing. I'm telling you, what is going on now. And God in heaven is enjoying my brother. Pastor, thank you very much. The reason why I'm telling you thank you, sir, is because Sammy became Sammy when he was with you. I can say that to the whole world because every of his friends knows me and him. Even when some time ago he offended you, he had to go and meet Reverend Ayo Richard Jaffa. Both of us went to go and see him in Sheraton Hotel to talk to him to come and apologize to you. And he did, and he did forgive him. Thank you for being a father. Thank you for being a friend. Please, he's gone. Accept me, take me. I'm ready to carry on from where he stopped. I've been a liar, Tom. I've been worried guy. You know they carry last. Thank you very much. God bless
you. Reverend Martin may not be singing, but he certainly will be useful in comedy. I sing. Let's start. BN. Okay, we'll say a few words of kindness. Praise the Lord. Let me start by saying this. Consider your life. Consider your life. Consider your life. Consider your life. 1 day plus 1 day. 1 week plus 1 week. 1 month plus 1 month. 1 year plus 1 year. We are getting near our grave someday. So consider your life. You will die someday. Consider your life. Consider your life. Consider your life. Consider your life. 1976, I arrived in Warri to the house of my late uncle, Dr. Okposo. Sammie was barely 4 years plus. We started living together, and then by the mercy of God, I became the choir master of Gospel Church of Christ, where we all were worshiping. And as Sammie was growing up, at age 9 plus, I remember very vividly, he was so interested in the music ministry. He also was part of the choir, but the mother was in the choir, and then Sammie would come, touching almost everything touchable, from keyboard to drums and all of that. If you push a little from the drums, you sing next close to the keyboard. So he continued. And then as he was growing up, between our home where we were living and the church, it's a distance of about 5 kilometers or so. I remember too that early in the morning I would rise up to go to church and set the instrument. Sammie would follow me. And then if I leave the home at about 6 a.m., Sammie would come with me, we would go there together, set the instrument, and then come back home, then go back to church. He was almost everywhere. From there he developed himself, playing the drum, playing the keyboard. At the point we had this 3-in-1 conga, he became interested. Because of his height, his hands wouldn't reach the drums, so we helped him by putting the stool there. He would stand on the stool, and then that was Sammie for him. He loved music, and he loved the Lord. Just pray that his soul will continue to rest in the bosom of his Maker. I want to say again, you are here, consider your life. Because 1 day plus 1 day, 1 week plus 1 week, 1 month plus 1 month, 1 year is 1 year. We are getting near our grave someday. Consider your life. God bless you. And testify to that, to his gift, and he served God with that gift. I don't know that Sammy did any crossover songs at any time. All he did was gospel songs. He stayed true to his calling in spite of everything. To say a little bit more, let's repeat that. To say a little bit more about our brother, please let's welcome his cousin, Mrs. Bose Ikemefuna.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Praise the Lord, house.
Hallelujah.
This is so hard for me both. Rejoice in the fact that my brother, my cousin, first cousins, I grew up with him in the house. That's my older brother. So I'm also anyhow you say it, because I grew up with Sammy. He was very passionate. He would call me receive. We all went to church together. He was stubborn. You can't remember that stubbornness. He was tough. He had energy. I mean, he would arrange things, empty cans. You can't sleep, you can't have peace in the house in the afternoons when Sam is around. He would arrange the cans together and this noise. We are calling, Sam, stop the noise. But he just loved the Lord because we all were all brought up in the way of the Lord. His passion for God, even if he tilted this way, he knew his root. And he always stayed to his root. We will miss him. I will miss him. Who will come to see Bish? Ever was Sasanio. He would speak his soul and just throw it. He didn't care whether it was not flowing very well. He was just passionate about people, his family, brothers and sisters. I just want to say that we love him and we will miss him very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Ikemefuna. The Yorubas say, if you don't have people around you, then you are truly poor. Sammy certainly had people around him, so he certainly was rich in this world, and he's even richer away. To read the eulogy, please let's welcome brother to Sammie, Sammie Okposo.
Good evening, God bless you all. I firstly want to greet the father of the house and the mother of the house and the leadership for putting this all together. My family, the Okposos, the Paros, and well wishes. My name is Reverend Hilary Edafe Okposo. I'm one of Sammy's elder brothers. Sammie Uyoyo Eteye Horatio Okposo was born to the late family, to the late Dr. Henry Okposo, the Adikiega of Iri Isoko, and one time Odion Avive of Ivory Iri Isoko, and to his wife Helen Kokoma Okposo, blessed memory. Sammy was the ninth of 10 children, 5 male, 5 female. Sammy notably has rich ancestral background dating 1859. He is a prince of the royal house of Odekwa in Iri Isoko and a junior Ajakiri Sunday of the Ivory Isoko. We are great-grandchildren of Okposi Okposi, who was the son of Okposi Odekwa of the Odekwa royal household in the Iri kingdom. Okposi Okposi founded our village, Ivory, Iri, in the 1860s. All of Sammy's schooling was done in the Warri area of Delta State. Sammy started playing drums. You've heard it from my cousins and how he was so entrenched in music. My father even had to buy a piano and put it at home so that Sammy wouldn't leave the house. But ministry was calling him and he was often out of the house doing the work of God. Sammy left Warri for Lagos when he was 20 years of age and always returned to the family and come to the Warri church and also played in various churches in Warri. Sammy was gifted, no doubt. In the year 2000, he took the music industry by storm when he released his debut album, Unconditional Love, with the hit single, Welu Welu, which took him beyond local recognition into the international scene. Sammy broke out of the status quo of what was usually obtainable for gospel artists, not only becoming an international, but multiple award-winning gospel artist. He shared stages with people like Donnie McClurkin, Don Moon, Dietrich Hader, to name but just a few. Sammy was stubborn, we've heard that, and his stubbornness took him many places. I remember in 2020, I told him, you know what, we've been traveling around and I can't be in all your occasions, come home. He came to me in the Netherlands and we had talk. And Sammy was just going around, he said, bros, are you still ashamed? I said, what? He said, you know, I was the first that went out. I said, this is your first you are looking for. He said, but you are the first pastor in the family. I said, yes. He said, okay. If you are not ashamed, I could have taught you some keys those days. Now you're a pastor, you need this thing. I said, really? Then he said, you are in Holland now and you with your language. But have you met my pastor? I said, your pastor? He said, Pastor Paul. The man English, not be small. I said, well, I'm in Holland here and I watch him sometimes. And Sammy, when he wanted his way and did things, I would have to go the Warri way with him. And I won't call him Sammy like the world knows him. I would say, Sammy, Sammy, I beg you for meat. I beg you for pottage. He said, bros, what are you talking about? I said, did you not read about Jacob and Esau? He said, hey. I said, I'm not ready to sell my birthright. We have agreed as a family, we'll leave you for the world, go play and everything, but senior, I senior you. Pastor are there above you, so kneel down, let me pray for you. He said, okay, bros, you win, bros, you win. I said, not the only win, it is for the kingdom. And Sammy had something peculiar. Anywhere he went, I heard a lot of testimonies already, even last night. And most of the people he touched many lives. And we are glad that he kept the family tradition. And Sammy never left into secular music. And that was what we prayed for. Sammy has a neat family. We're all over the place, from America to Canada, even to Nigeria. And we had our things. We met on it was a Zoom meeting or whatever it took. And Sammy had love for food. And you know, he would always go to our older sister, Mama B. He would send me a video. Hey bros, I'm here. You want to try the banga? I said, this man. You know, but he had so much fun. And someone was asking me yesterday, Sammy gave a lot of names to people. I said, no, when I became a pastor, he aligned himself because he knew he wouldn't do that. He always saw me as a reverend. Mr. Comer, Harrison Okposo, Mrs. Ogali Blessing, Annikwe, Mr. Humphrey Akpodafe Okposo, Mrs. Evelyn Elo Egbeniro, Mrs. Elsie Irogene Ajahile, Mr. Frank Edith Okon, my very self, and Mr. Evie Christian Okposo, siblings to Sammy. He left us, but we know we'll see again. God bless you.